Oodle noodle. Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby, representing Team Kings of Games. And today I'm going to be coming at you guys with pure Blackwings. To an extent pure, but for the most part, it's just a it's a crazy deck, honestly, it really is. It's another one of those crazy combo decks where if it gets to go off, I wouldn't say necessarily uninterrupted. If you interrupt it too many times, it might be like, it could get rough. But it does have a really, really good win condition that's pretty solid. And for the most part, if your opponent doesn't draw out, they just might not be able to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. You can play alternative cards like the Destruction Sword so that you can play around Dark Ruler no more. Things of that nature. You can modify the template. You can change your extra and your main deck to play around cards that you feel like your board would be susceptible to. But I'm going to show you guys a couple combos at the end of the video. And also, I just want to let you guys know, in my analytics, at least half of you guys that watch my channel are not subscribed. And I'm not really that kind of YouTuber that does it every video, like, comment, subscribe. But I will ask, if you don't mind, just press the subscribe button. If you've been watching my content for a while and just didn't notice it, or, you know, maybe it's just it never crossed your mind, if you wouldn't mind, just press the subscribe button. If you're going to watch more than just this video, you might as well be subscribed so you can get notifications and join the squad. Help me, help you. It's just a win-win for both of us, and it's free. So let's go ahead and get into the main deck, you guys. So we're playing 3 copies of Chris. Chris is nice, you guys. Chris is nice. We're playing 3 copies of Bora. Bora is actually better, obviously, because, you know, it's not once per turn. You could just spam them. The same thing with 3 copies of Gale. The Whirlwind, baby. Gale actually does help you go second. It really does. Like, because it's a soft once per turn. Well, everything about Gale is just crazy, you guys. But because it's a soft once per turn, you could just, like, drop multiples, half, attack. It's really, really good. But, like, Gale is probably one of the best ones. Not only that, but it's a level 3 and it's a tuner. Like, Gale is just insane, you guys. These are a couple proxies, but I'm basically playing 3 copies. You're making my noodles? Oh, thank you, babe. I'm playing 3 copies of Harmattan the Dust. So I'm using 2 some more, basically 2 Samud the Poison Winds to proxy for the other 2 copies of Harmattan. I absolutely play 3 of this. This deck, you do want to open your extenders. If you don't open Black Whirlwind plus a good normal summon and an extra free body, the next best bet is to just open a bunch of random Blackwings that just special summon themselves. And that normally can just lead to the combo. It's kind of like a random thing that it just happens. And I know this card, you can only summon it if you control just 1, but I'm playing 3 copies of Gladys Knight. You just want to open it, like, immediately. Because if you don't open it in the beginning of the duel, it's pointless to draw it after that, because most of the time it's going to be dead. So, for me, you're either going to play 3, or you can play 2, honestly, but for me, it's like, it's 3 or none. Because, like, you play 3, max out of it, so you can increase your odds of drawing it so that you can actually drop it when you're able to. Otherwise, you play 2 or 1, and then you just see it when it's dead. Because you have to control only just, like, basically just the one Blackwing. And that's a rare case, you know, after turn 1, you know. So you really just want to see it turn 1, drop it like it's hot, and bam, Gladys McKnight. You definitely, I'm playing 3, like I said. This is actually the Calico Claw Crow. It's a level 2. You special summon it if you control a dark. These are kind of like my fillers. Luna the Dark Spirit is supposed to be that card. So just consider these more proxies for the deck. I don't have every single card needed, but I have some good fillers to kind of give you guys a feel of what it's supposed to be. And then I also play 2 copies of Orochi the Squall. You can play 3, honestly. Just, you want to open up as many extenders as possible. This deck is like an extender deck. Like, everything it does is just spam. Like, it doesn't really play slow, but at the same time, you do, like, if you're scared of hand traps, you do just want to play a little bit conservative. If it's hand traps like Ash and Imperm and not Nibiru, if it's like Ash, Imperm, and Effect Veiler, you can play around those to an extent. You try to go into your main combo, and as long as you leave a tuner out while you're doing everything and your opponent Ashes or Imperms, you could automatically go into Needle Fiber on the follow-up and just do a Needle Fiber play, which is really cool, because you could just in on multiple Omni Negates if you get Ash and Imperm, if it's on certain cards. And then for the rest of the Blackwings, I play 2 copies of Zephyros the Elite. You could arguably play 3. It's actually one of the best to open up with. And also just making sure that there's one in deck so that you can just summon it off of White Streak. It's just super nice. There's some oyster sauce, my love.
Yeah, and a little bit of sriracha.
Oh, thank you. And then 2 copies of Oster. You can play 1. Honestly, you really can. But at the same time, it does have good synergy with certain cards in your deck. It's a good name. It's a level 4. And it's a really solid normal summon. At that, it pairs with Valor Darkness too. It's really, really nice. And then 2 copies of Blackwing Blizzard the Far North. I'm actually playing 2 because I really do like opening it. There's a really, really cool combo that I'll show you guys towards the end of the video that revolves around him and Oster. So that's why that's another reason why you're playing 2 of each, so that you actually have a higher probability of seeing them as well. And then I do have some bricks in the deck. So keep in mind, that's 2 blizzards. Yeah, I know there's proxies, but still. For the most part, the deck's staying near complete. So for the bricks, we're playing 1 Avian, 1 baby Miss Valley Thunderbird. So yeah, infinite negate lock, you guys. There's 4 bricks in the deck. The 4 bricks are basically targets for my link monsters. These are needle fiber targets. Needle fiber is the backup plan. You don't go into this for your main combo. You can do it just to be flashy, because you can actually go needle into O-line and him into Union Carrier, and then some of the token, use the token and your Y-Strix, and you can basically summon the some more link plus the Union Carrier just off of needle, and that's pretty nice. But it's something that you just kind of do as a backup. But for the most part, these cards are here as additional ways for you to have basically a Called by the Grave. If you get interrupted too many times, that's why you want to be careful about leaving a tuner in your field. If you get like Veilered, Ash, Imperm, then you could just link in a needle and you can just do your Auradon combo instead, and you end up multiple Omni Negates, and that can hold you off for a turn. And then you can still do your main combo the next turn. So we're playing the 2 Miss Valley monsters, the Baby Thunderbird, I don't have, the Avian, and then these are 4 Garnets. Honestly, you can draw these and it's not that bad, but with the Miss Valley cards, they're just, yeah, they don't do you too much justice in your hand. So for the spells, I'm playing 3 copies of Black Whirlwind, 3 copies of Allure Darkness. This is a combo deck, so we're playing 3 copies of Called by the Grave as well. 1 Reasoning, it's actually a really good extender. You play a lot of different level monsters, it just randomly can hit stuff. It can even sack into the Thunderbird, honestly, it really can. 1 Monster Reborn as an additional extender, so Reasoning and Reborn are just kind of like those one-of extenders. And then the 1 Soul Shade Force as a target for your Raid Raptor your Y-Strix play. So it's a 42 card main deck. You can just easily cut like the Reasoning, and you can cut even down on the tuners. You can cut Reasoning and Jet Synchron and make it an exact 40 card deck if you're really that serious about 40 cards. But that's the main deck. For the extra deck, I'm playing 2 Y-Strix. I like the 2. I was thinking about playing Emerald in the extra deck, honestly, so I can recycle the same combo and do it again. Still kind of like, I don't know. It's nothing set in stone. 1 copy of Union Carrier, 1 copy of Crystron Hyperfax, aka Needle Fiber, 1 Arudon, and 1 Sovereignty. The Arudon is here just as a backup plan. As long as it's not a Nibiru that's happening, you can just follow up into Needle. If you just got interrupted too many times, like they Ash, you know, for example, on your like cards like Black Whirlwind, for example, Imperm, Veiler, you can just use this. As long as they're not removing the cards from the field, but they're just negating their effects, you can still go into that, do your Ardon combo for basically a backup plan in case you get interrupted too many times. But if you don't want to play the backup plan, you could cut this for like a link for like Boral Sword, so you could kill your opponent really, really fast. Because this deck, it does spam. We play 1 Full Armor Master. That's an alternative win condition. A lot of decks just can't out it. And then we play 1 Obsidian Joe, 1 Nathong. These cards are incredible extenders. This card's just insane, you guys. And Nathong is actually part of one of the combos I'm going to show you guys. And then Raikiri is really, really nice because it's a soft once per turn, so you can nuke multiple cards and potentially revive it off of a card like Obsidian, and then just use this effect again. Really, really cool though. So those are the Blackwing Synchros. Then I'm playing 1 Borreload Savage. This is basically my filler / proxy for Borreload Savage, the Arclight for the Auradon combo. You can also just hard summon Savage. And in a pinch, you could potentially summon Arclight too, because the Harmattan, the Dust, does modify his level. So you could make it a level 3 and use the Orochi the Squall too. And then for XYZs, we play Infinity. And this is another filler / proxy. This is Raid Raptor. Basically, this is 4 Strix that I don't have. And then I'm playing Utopia as a way to protect my baby Thunderbird so that it doesn't get attacked, so they don't just easily break the infinite negate lock. And now I'm going to show you guys a really, really cool combo, starting off with one of my favorites. So this combo is a 3-card combo. So what we're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and just activate Black Whirlwind. I'm going to actually turn my cards over. So we're going to activate Black Whirlwind, and we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Oster the South Wind. And we're going to use Black Whirlwind. We're going to search out Harmattan the Dust. And what we're going to do is we're going to special summon him. But you're not going to use his effect yet. The next thing that you're going to do is Synchro for a level 6 Synchro. Uh-oh. What's wrong with Kingston?
What?
And you're going to go into Nathong. You can go ahead and just burn your opponent. That's my kids and my wife in the background. You can burn your opponent, then you get your extra normal summon. So then you're going to normal summon Black, basically the Blizzard, and you're going to trigger Whirlwind, so you could chain block if you want. And ultimately, you're just going to search out your... So cool thing is you could search out Orochi the Squall, or you could search Gladys, but the thing with Gladys is you don't control the 1 anymore, so obviously you're literally your go-to target is Orochi the Squall, and then you're going to Reborn Harmattan, and this time you're actually going to use his effect. So his effect, if he's normal summon or special summon, you can target one other Blackwing monster you control, increase this card's level by that monster's level. So you're going to target the level 2, make him a level 4, so now he's level 4. And then you can go ahead and special summon Orochi. And since these are two dark wing beasts, you're going to go ahead and link the Nathong and the Blizzard into Y-Strix. And then you can go ahead and activate Y-Strix effect to summon out Zephyros the Elite from your deck. Since this is a level 4 now, because of its effect, you can overlay these. Honestly, you don't have to. I'm just going to summon to the zone anyways. You really don't have to, though. As a matter of fact, I might as well just not even bother with that. Alright. Why am I going into my deck? I'm supposed to be going into my extra deck. And then you're going to go ahead into the Force Strix. And when we activate Force Strix, we're going to trigger Y-Strix as well. So basically, if your Raid Raptor XYZ monster is effect activated, you can set 1 rank up magic spell directly from your deck. And basically, it can still be activated this turn. If it's a quick play, it can be activated this turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the proxy Y-Strix. We're going to detach the Zephyros the Elite. And we're going to trigger the Y-Strix as well. I'm talking about the Force Strix, but we're going to trigger the Y-Strix. What we're going to do is we're going to search one of our good extenders. So, where my boy at? We're going to grab Bora. And that's going to trigger Y-Strix to go ahead and set the Soul Shade Force. You can go ahead and special summon this card too. You can use Zephyros to bounce this to your hand. Special. So you're doing all this off of 3 cards. So if you look at it, we already have the Infinite Negate board. If you take this in consideration, so basically, if you look at it right here, so we can take these 2 right here, link them into Union Carrier, right? For example, we can go into Union Carrier. And then we can basically take the Y-Strix and that random monster and go into Sovereign Birds. And you have the Infinite Negate setup. But if you have 1 additional extender, like a free summon like Spear, you can summon Utopia so that you can protect your Infinite Negate lock. And the same combo sequence with the same cards on field, you can also do this. If you just really want to, you can do this as well. Because like I was telling you, Needle Fiber is my backup plan, but you can also take the the Tuner, and the Force Strix, and you can go ahead and go into your Valkyrie Fibrax. You can use his effect, and this requires no additional extender in your hand. Summon out the O-Lion, and then at that point, you would just link summon with these into the Union because they're both the same type. Trigger O-Lion to summon his token, and then you could link with this and the token. Go into the Sovereign Birds. It requires just 2+ monsters including the Wing Beast. That's the requirement met. And basically, at the end of this, you're going to have your Utopia. You can go ahead and activate the Soul Shade Force. You're going to Reborn your Force Strix, wherever he's at, in the grave. And then you're going to give it to the Infinity. And you can basically go ahead and activate the Union Carrier as well. This is still in your hand. So it's a 3-card combo that still keeps you with 3 cards in hand because you bounce the Whirlwind for next turn. So it's an absolute self-contained 3-card combo, which is really, really cool. You can go ahead and equip the baby Mist Valley to the Sovereign. And then in phase, you can go ahead and special summon Avion. You have your Infinite Negate lock. You have Infinity to protect you. You have Utopia, so they don't just attack the baby Thunderbird. You can negate 2 attacks. And that's the Infinite Negate lock right there. If you don't want to go into Needle, so you can actually save him for another play for the future, then you would need an additional extender in your hand to actually pull that off. Let me check the time. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's just a really, really cool way. Another way you could do it is just kind of like just randomly without Black Whirlwind. You just open a bunch of random free summon Blackwing monsters like these guys. So like if you just open a bunch of random spamming monsters and like one of them being a tuner would really, really help you out. It's like if you just open a random combination, even if it's like the Claw Crow, you can still get to the infinite negate board. Anybody that plays Blackwings with this kind of package and does these combos, they know how it works, and it's not really hard to get to in this deck. It's fairly consistent in the sense that even with random hands without Black Whirlwind, you can still get there because there's just so many extenders in the deck. It's really crazy. But that 3-card combo that I showed you guys, it gets you the infinite negate lock, and it also protects you from them attacking into your baby Thunderbird, which is really important. So it's like kind of like my favorite one. That's why, even though it's like just it's a self-contained 3-card, the targets for it, you could play more of them. That's why I play more of them, so that you can actually see that combo more consistently, because it's a really, really neat combo, and you get to keep 3 cards in your hand instead of just emptying your entire hand, and you can still have follow-up plays. So you could potentially, in that same sequence, if you have extenders, you can put more synchros out, cards like Borload Savage and things of that nature, or you can hold your haymakers, your other haymakers, like use one extender, save Needle Fiber, so you still have the Auradon combo for Savage and Arclight. In case your opponent Dark Ruler no mores you, break your Infinite Negate board, you still have a follow-up for Needle Fiber. You can do the, basically the Auradon combo. You still have, you know, Armored Master. You still have Raikiri, you still have Joe, you still have Savage, you know, and you have an additional follow-up off Wise Strix so that you can do that combo too. So even though the Infinite Negate is nice, if your opponent somehow cracks it but doesn't kill you because Dark Ruler no more, obviously no damage, you can still have a chance of just doing your own follow-up play to rebuild a board that's kind of similar, just not infinite. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. For other combos, I guess I could just do them on a separate video if you guys do want to see it. But I do feel like anybody watching this deck would know about it because it's kind of like it's nothing new. But I'm going to say a quick little prayer, and I'm going to be out. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Jesus. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done on earth just as it is in heaven. Please give us this day our daily bread, Lord, and please forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, Father, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the glory, and the power forever. In the mighty name of Jesus I pray. Thank you, Father. Amen. All right, peace out, y'all. Deuces is wild.